All right, folks, Jermaine Farrell in the house. We have the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Media Days. We're getting you ready for the 2024 season, and in this edition, we shine the spotlight on the crew from Blacksburg, the Bruins, and join me right now in his fourth year with the Bruins, Zach Leonard. Coach Leonard, thank you so much for being here, sir.
Thanks for having us.
Well, Coach, last year finished 4-6. You missed out on the playoffs, but every year you've been there, you've improved the win total. And now in your fourth year, now I'm sure the players understand. You mentioned something interesting, your first senior class that started with you from the beginning. Mm-hmm. First of all, just talk about the growth and what you've added to that program to get them to where they are now.
Well, I think it's just been kind of laying that foundation and building on it step by step. So kind of teaching them the habits that we as a coaching staff believe in and just watching them grow from there. You know, sometimes it's a lagging effect. You know, the work I'm putting in right now might not get the results for a little while, and I think this season is going to be where it kind of all comes together for us.
You know, I mentioned that each year you've improved the win total. You were winless your first year. Second year you got to 2 wins and 4 wins. But another thing you talked about, a goal you have. Now, Blacksburg, they haven't been in the playoffs since 2019. And I'm sure that's probably the next step in the progression to get into the playoffs, even though you are in a tough region in Region 4D.
Oh, absolutely. Very tough competition throughout. We're also in a unique situation where we don't really see a whole lot of those region opponents. So, you know, I just tell the guys we got to take care of business every day, and when you do that, you're going to end up where you want to be.
Last year, you got off to a decent start, 3-2, but then, you know, you lost, 4 of your last 5 games. What do you feel it'll take to kind of keep the momentum on starting the year and carry it throughout the season?
I really think it's just more of the same. You know, I think we have good opponents scattered throughout our schedule. But, you know, our district is tough, and there's some opponents that we saw later in the year that were really, really good football teams. But we've been able to progress every year. And if we just continue with the good habits that have got us to those parts, I think it'll continue to help us improve and get better and better.
Coach, you open up the season August the 29th, the annual games, start season at Giles. You could talk a little about some of the other teams in your non-district schedule that you'll have on your schedule there.
Absolutely. In our first 4 games, we have 3 new to the program head coaches. So Giles has a brand new head coach this year, so that's interesting. We've got James River on the schedule week 2, and they're bringing in an experienced coach, but he's new to that program. And then Rockbridge has a new head coach as well. So that's kind of an interesting mix. You know, we expect Giles to still be who they are, but a new head coach brings in new things to their culture. We still expect to see the single wing. Those other teams, you know, it's kind of up in the air. So that's kind of an interesting place to be to start your year, but really excited about it.
How fun and how cool is it to know that, you know, when you first started off your first year, no one knew what to expect with the players. But as we've progressed, and we mentioned before, you're in your 4th year, so now the players know what to expect from you. How big and how important is that for you and your program to know, hey, this is year 4 of the Coach Leonard era, and they kind of know what to expect from you?
Yeah, I think that's a little underrated for a lot of people. People don't understand that, but I'm a big believer in consistency. So I want the players to know what to expect from us as a coaching staff. And on the flip side, you know, I know these kids really, really well. We've developed great relationships. I've watched them, you know, the seniors I've watched them grow into really great, well-rounded young men. And it's nice when you know what to expect from a person. There's no other way to do it. When you come in that first year, you're making some assumptions about some players. Hey, this kid runs like this kid lifts like this. I've got this old film on them from last year, but you really don't know who they are when they're in that game situation. You haven't been around them on game day. So, you know, that is not the case anymore. You know, we know we have a lot of players that we really, really believe in. We know who they are, and we know how to put them in the best place to win and be successful. So it makes a huge difference.
Coach, you could talk a little bit about the 2 players you brought in today, what they mean to the program, and your expectations with them.
Absolutely. First off, they're great football players. We have Easton, who's coming into his junior year, was a phenomenal JV player for us last year and just works his tail off. He shows up. I make jokes with people, you know, we lift weights over winter break. You know, it's a little bit of a reduced schedule. We have the weight room open over spring break. You know, I make jokes. It's because Easton would be mad at me if we didn't, right? He's a guy that wants to show up regardless. Owen Castleberry, another just tough young man. You know, we made, interestingly enough, Owen's sophomore year, which was our second year in the program, we kind of really wanted that focus to be on JV, and we tried to steal as few sophomores and bring them up as possible so they could have a chance to kind of build that success culture and know what it feels like to win. And I think that's paid off for us. They went 7-3. Owen is that one sophomore who played up. So he's played in a lot of very physical, tough games when we were overmatched, just to be frank about it. And so I'm really excited to just see what he does when the people around him can kind of match his physicality and his skill. So just two great young men who have really helped take our program on this progress. I mean, I think it's easy to think about coaches' success, but we can't do anything without those players, and those two make a difference for us.
So, Coach, at the end of the day, what do you feel is going to take for you to meet that goal of getting into the playoffs and having the success that you hope and expect to have this year?
Yeah, I think it's just about handling adversity, but on the flip side, we have to be able to handle our success this year as well. You know, we're dealing with, you know, on our varsity program, anywhere from 15 to 18-year-old men or young men. You know, we have to help them be consistent. So they're going to have some highs in the season. We have to help them manage that and be ready for the next play, the next game. But the same thing for adversity. I've never been a part of a football game where everything just went right. You have to be able to handle adversity.
And then, obviously, you know, the changes in football at the high school level is big, and especially in Virginia, because there really never was this off-season program, year-round program. Mm-hmm. How big is it to have that? Because when I played, obviously, you got out there. You might have did some stuff in the summertime, but really you didn't get into it till fall camp. Now it's year-round with 7-on-7 and alignment challenges, lifting in all season. How big is it to have that transition for your program and even all the high school programs?
Yeah, I think it's interesting because, you know, it's one of those things where, sure, we all have the same rules, but if you try to treat each school like they're the same, it's not going to work out. So you have to look at what your school needs. So it's easy to kind of take it and try to be over the top. I feel like my job as a young adult educator is I want these guys to play a bunch of sports. So we have what we expect will get them to where we want them to be. I guess we kind of look at it as like, what's the minimum we need, right? I want our players to hit 80% of our workouts. We are a no excuse program, so we schedule our workouts. We have morning slots for you. We have afternoon slots for you. We're trying to find a way to help them develop as all-around athletes. But we do that because we want to support them in baseball, basketball. We want our track program's incredible. Our soccer team's great. We want to support those programs while also giving our kids a chance to mature and have growth physically and develop over time. So it's always that fine line. We don't do a whole lot of 7-on-7s in the spring because, you know, my quarterback is a phenomenal pitcher. He's incredible. You know, I want him to focus on baseball. We've got other guys playing other sports. So I want them to have that time, and then we kind of jump in more with 7-on-7s in the summertime.
Well, Coach Leonard, it's always a joy to see you, sir. I appreciate you making the drive over here, and
yes,
good luck this season, sir.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Good deal. And again, the Blacksburg Bruins, they open up the season August 29th against their traditional rivals. They'll be at Giles. Blacksburg Bruins getting ready for the season. As ourselves here at WFXR, we have the Hardee's Friday Night Blitz Media Days. We're getting ready for the 2024 season, or 2025 season.
Just say it.
Oh. Easton, Holt.
Spell it out for me.
EASTON HOLT.
Where you go to school?
Blacksburg High School.
What's your position?
Wide receiver and DB.
I thought so. Okay. And what year are you going into?
2026 or 2027, so junior year.
You're a junior. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay. Cool.
Oh, you were a sophomore last year?
Yeah.
He was a
Oh,
sophomore
wow.
last year. That's
Oh,
right.
wait, no, y'all had a young team last year.
Yeah.
Very
young.
young.
I remember that.
How many seniors did you have last year?
It was 3.
Was it?
Right.
How many did we?
How many seniors did you have last year?
I mean, we had like 10, but like,
10.
but they didn't all contribute. So like,
That was.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
so there were like only a couple like huge contributors, I guess. Yeah.
That was one of the
Yeah.
big things about last year. Okay. All right. Well, first, hey, talk to me a little bit about last year. You guys made some waves. I mean, you guys were able to kind of do some positive things last year. And I mean,
Yeah.
given where we've seen this team before, how do you kind of take all the positives from last year and turn them into some positives for this season?
Yeah, I'd just say like building them like through the off season, I guess, and like with everyone showing up to lifting and summer practices and stuff like that, and just building more chemistry from last year with all our younger guys.
I mean, being one of those younger guys and kind of having to, get put in leadership positions.
Yeah.
What was that kind of like for you specifically? I'm curious.
Yeah, it's definitely hard like last year trying to step into a leadership role, but we're definitely like working on it this year, with like better leadership and being more vocal to our teammates.
What's so special about this group of guys this year?
I'd say like we all just have a lot of chemistry. Like we've played together with each other for a while, so we know each other. We have good relationships with each other, so we just play, I guess, well together as a team.
What does it mean when you put that Bruins jersey on, especially the new look Bruins jersey?
Yeah.
Since you guys are going black on black this year,
Yeah.
about time. I like that. What kind of what helmets are y'all still wearing? Like the
Yeah.
white? Are you
The blue helmets.
Is that gonna be blue?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
I'm going to that first game.
I know. I'm styling.
Send me to Blacksburg.
I like that. So I mean, how does that feel? I mean, hey, you
Yeah.
look good, you feel good, you play good, right?
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I'd say we've all been like wanting, I guess, like newer, like these black jerseys also. And then I guess we've all been most of us have been staying at Blacksburg, so we all we know like what the community wants, I guess, and or just playing like that together.
What's it kind of been like being a person who's kind of been a building block? I know this team has seen a bunch of success a few years ago. I mean,
Yeah.
4 or 5 years ago, a new coach comes in,
Mhm.
trying to kind of get it back to where Blacksburg belongs. I mean, this
Yeah.
is a storied program. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? You're a building block in that.
Yeah.
What has it kind of been like for you to kind of see the ebbs and flows of this program and coach trying to get it back to where he knows where it can be?
I guess just knowing you matter, I guess, and you're I guess when you're younger too, knowing you'll be on varsity one day, making big plays. So just knowing keeping your confidence up and working hard still. So yeah.
Those wins last year, I mean, how much of an impact did they have on this
Yeah.
young squad?
I think it definitely showed that we can win together, especially as being a young team, and I guess just showing that what we can do, and we'll have a better season this year as we're growing together.
It's also probably, I'm assuming it's probably pretty cool to also see you guys hang in there with some squads too. I mean, you guys were there with some teams.
Mm-hmm.
What does it say about coach to be able to really kind of drive this thing home? You guys are buying in. I mean, that's pretty much the whole thing. It's buying in and accountability, right?
Yeah.
Is that kind of what it's been like for coach?
Yeah.
From your perspective for coach?
Yeah, I mean, he talks a lot about buying into the program and consistency. So we have a lot of guys showing up to workouts, and especially a lot of younger guys that we haven't seen, to newer guys, and some older guys haven't been there too. So that's good.
How exciting is this year to kind of say, hey, do you feel like this year is kind of a statement year for you specifically? You still have another year to go.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool that if it is
Mhm.
a statement year for you, this is a statement year you get to build off of.
Yeah.
Is that kind of what's going on right now in
Yeah.
the locker room?
Yeah, I'd say so. Just keep building even after this year. Knowing I have another year left, that's pretty nice to know. So.
Kicking the season off just a few weeks, against a specific opponent.
Yeah.
Talk to me how you guys have been preparing for that, and just kind of, we talk about the physical side of everything, but mentally, how do you plug back into this? And since you're being looked at as one of the senior junior leaders of this squad, how do you kind of prepare for something like that?
I'd say just taking it one practice at a time or one game at a time, not looking too far ahead into the season or into the year. So just one step at a time.
And I know you kind of talked a little bit about this, and it's gonna be my last question. But what has Coach kind of meant to you? I mean, you've been riding with him. You know,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. What does he mean to you, and what are some of the lessons that you learned from him?
Well, yeah, I mean, he means a lot. He shows up every day. He hasn't missed, I don't think, in forever. So he shows up with a great attitude, and he pushes us every day to get better, and has pretty much built this program. So.
You got something?
You get all the points.
Nada. Okay.
Owen Castleberry.
Spell it out for me.
OwenCastlberry.
All right, what school you go to?
Blacksburg.
Position
O&D line.
and graduating year?
2026.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay, you just look at me the whole time. I'm gonna sit on this. Okay, Owen. Talk to me about last season. What was kind of like the benefits you guys saw, especially picking up wins and kind of growing on that?
So what we're trying to do is we're trying to take the wins from last year and really just add on them. We're going to make sure that the wins we got last year, we keep them and just get more and more wins to hopefully put us in a position to go to the playoffs.
Exactly, yeah. It's going to be your senior year,
Mhm.
so it's kind of like a make it count moment for you, especially going into this big year. How do you feel? You got any personal expectations for yourself?
I just want to do the best that I can and really show that, all the work I put in for the last 4 years to show the what I've done, done work.
Does it feel special you get to have New Jerseys in your senior year?
Yeah, because I remember, because my brother played, not football, but he went to high school, and he remembers when they had these jerseys. They had the black jerseys a long time ago, so it's nice to bring them back and to see them again.
That's great.
Because I've seen pictures of them, and I was like, wow, those are really cool. I wish we had them.
Now
So it's
you
nice to
got
have them. Yeah.
Yeah. Looking forward to the season. I mean, talk a little about the all season. What have you guys been preparing for? What's the workouts and things like that?
So with workouts, we really try to help build strength and make sure that we're ready for the season. Any opponent that we have to face, we can keep up with them physically. And on the off season, that's just been our goal, is to really make sure that we can do what we can to win and put ourselves in a position to win too.
And with Coach, how's he been? Just mainly as your head coach, but also as a leader on and off the field for you guys.
He constantly talks about how important it is us to be together and how we're a family and how we need to stay together. And he's just really been emphasizing that and really making sure that we stick together. There's no hostilities between us, and we just keep together, be united.
So you've been at Blacksburg, all 4 years, and you've seen beforehand, the culture and just of the people, the fans coming in, the community support. What's it been like, for your high school career? And I feel like, this year it's going to be something that you guys can build upon the foundations that you guys have set over the past couple of years since you've been on the team.
Yeah, it's nice because my freshman year is when Coach Leonard first started coaching. So it's nice that each year to see more and more sponsorships, more and more support from the community. And just it's easy to see, and it's really just nice to see, to know that our community supports us.
Exactly. Wait, who are you guys playing for your season opener?
Giles.
Is it Giles?
Yeah.
Are you away or home?
No, you guys are at Giles.
We're
Oh,
away.
you're at Giles. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang, no home field advantage or anything. Okay. Talking about Giles, what do you kind of remember? What are you guys kind of hoping for that season opener?
We're obviously hoping to come out with a win, and I think we can if we play hard and keep playing the whole game.
Bus rides, how crazy do they get?
Not too crazy. We try to get locked in for the game and just stay focused.
Or you prefer away games or home games? What do you prefer?
Obviously I prefer home games. I like the advantage, being in with the stands and having the fans support us.
Overall, what's your personal goal for this upcoming season? Being a senior, you're gonna put that jersey on one last time. What do you want to see yourself, reach? Looking back at all the years you've worked, and now you're here to that year that kind of matters the most.
Yeah, every year that I play, I've kind of seen leaders on the O&D line, and I'd like to be that leader this year and really help my fellow teammates step up and do what they can do. So I'd like just to be the leader,
You got a question?
Yeah, I just have one question. And you can look at her when you answer. I know that's weird. He's like, okay. Just in terms of Coach and just being along this ride for you personally, what has Coach meant to you to kind of come in and kind of write the course, I guess, in terms of where this program should be going?
He's really just been there the whole time. And he's kind of helped because he's kind of semi-used me as a template because he's kind of used what I've done and how I started varsity my sophomore year, but only on one side so that I could develop more. He's kind of used that as a template for other younger kids, and so seeing what he's done with me being used on younger kids to help them develop it has mean a lot.
So what's it kind of been like being one of the senior leaders on this team for you personally? That's a big thing if Coach is looking at you to be an extension of himself, right? What has that kind of been like? And yeah, you can look at her. I know it's weird.
It's been huge because I remember as a freshman, there were seniors that would come up and talk to me and how much that meant. So I'm glad that I'm in a position to do the same.
Wow.
So you have to get him together sometimes.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah. Keep him in line. You know.
He's like, yeah.
I'm just
How is
just
the
messing with you.
atmosphere?
I
Like,
knew
how
my
do you
answer.
guys like? Yeah. How do you feel like the team meshes well, like together? Like, how is that atmosphere on the team?
I mean, it's great. I mean, we have things like team meals and stuff that really bring us together, and we just use that to really help build chemistry so that we can go into games and have that same chemistry to play our best.
That's good. I feel like guys get along better than girls.